Përshëndetje, mirë se erdhët në Super Ditë me Super Dave.
And I'm here joined by the beautiful, effervescent Xheneta Zymeri as my wonderful translator.
Jam këtu bashkë me përkthyesën time, Xheneta
Hi,
Zymeri. Hi Dave.
I'm so glad you're here, Xheneta. This will be a lot of fun. Yeah, so, um,
Me too.
yeah,
Me too.
yeah. Um, so yeah, guys, today we're going to be talking about a subject that oftentimes in personal development is talked
Yeah.
about in a completely different way.
Sot do të flasim për diçka që zakonisht në zhvillimin personal.
And oh, it's a little bit choppy on my end, Xheneta. I don't know. There we go. Okay, I think it went back to better feed. Okay. All right. I'll just
It
repeat
is
that
good,
again.
right?
So because
It's good.
it's better. Yeah. It's still a bit
Can
choppy
you
on
hear
my end.
me?
It could be my internet, but I don't know. I'm not sure if Jen's seeing this or not. So, but all good. We'll just gently flow forward. So, yeah. So because I can only hear you sometimes. So
Yes,
okay.
always.
Okay. Cool. Um, what I wanted to say, guys, was that we're talking about a topic that oftentimes in personal development is very much misunderstood.
Po flasim për një temë që zakonisht në zhvillimin personal të kuptohet.
Well, okay. Well, we'll just kind of hang out for a second, guys, and that makes sense. Sometimes out there in Kosovo, um, it has sort of a choppy connection. So, but I'm glad you guys are here today, and we'll continue with the Albanian translations as soon as Xheneta comes back. But today's topic is about gentle momentum, and it's that understanding that it's so often taught in the personal development realm that it's tough and you got to push into it and you got to go after it and you got to make it happen. And here's another way to look at it: momentum is nothing more than a synonym for the law of attraction. So, whatever we're putting our attention and focus on consistently and continuously, we're going to get more of. So, yeah, it's a definitely a new way to look at that. So, oh, and she's back. Hi, Xheneta.
Yes. Hi, can you hear me right now?
Yes, yes,
Yes, because
yeah.
it was something with my internet, so I
Okay,
apologize.
all, that's
Flowing,
okay.
right?
All good. Yes,
Yes.
yes. So I'll just sort of repeat what I was saying, so that we can get it translated, Xheneta. But I
Thank
said,
you.
you're welcome. So I said that this is a topic that oftentimes is very much talked about in a very different way in personal development.
Kjo është një temë që zakonisht flitet në mënyra të ndryshme në zhvillimin personal.
It's oftentimes trained in this idea of, in order to get momentum, you have to push and you have to grind and you have to go after what you want and you have to make things happen.
Është kjo ideja që në mënyrë që ta krijoni momentumin, ju duhet të shkoni, të bëni gjërat të ndodhin.
But the reality is that when it comes to momentum of anything that we've ever desired or anything that maybe we haven't desired always comes from a gentle flowing space.
Por kur vim të kjo idea, të kjo tema që realisht sot po diskutojmë është vi më letë të këto gjëra kur realisht e bëjmë prej momentumit të ngadalt, ashtu si ndjejmë.
And that momentum is just another synonym for the law of attraction. So whatever we put our attention and focus on with consistency, we get more of.
Ai momentum është i njëjtë sikur ligji i tërheqjes. Do të thonë është sinonim, çfarë do që e vendosim fokusin e marrim të njëjtën.
Yeah. So Xheneta, anything you want to add to that yourself personally?
Thank you.
Sure.
Well, I just love that, and I just agree with you. because and I love this topic. Thank you, Dave. It's like it's different, and I mean, seeing the other things through the eyes of source, where in the same time flowing with what is easy for us and what we feel.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking so forward, and I love this topic because it's different. It's different when you are low. It's different when you make it happen. Because we are always deserving, and we are always into something more, and we are always expanding. And this is kind of different with the other thing, make it happen or be someone else, and it's really same with kind of same maybe in this topic with the one that you shared, one Dave. It was being comfortable with being comfortable and flowing. And yes, it's really pretty interesting, and it's different. So I just, for myself, I'm so looking forward.
I love that. And I'd love for you to translate this, Xheneta. And it's interesting, Xheneta, that you said that you're looking forward to this, because that's another beautiful thing regarding momentum, is that you're always looking forward.
Në këtë rast diskutuam për se si po ndihem unë tani për këtë temë. Mendimi jam është që realisht ndoj pak a shumë mendimin e njëjtë me Devin, për arsye se zakonisht në zhvillimin personal flitet që është ka, bëj gjëra të ndodhin, dil prej vetës tënde, dil prej zonës komfore. Realisht është më shumë të jesh rehat me të qenurit rehat. Edhe nga dalë të vazhdosh ashtu si e ndjen. Edhe mandej shtova që po shikoj shumë përpara për këtë temë. Në këtë rast, mandej biseda vazhdoj me Devi këta në këtë rast që më pëlqen shumë që e the që po shikon përpara në këtë bisedë.
Yeah, because momentum is always gradually flowing forward. And the example that I give is thinking of going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a car.
Momentumi është gradual. Kjo është sikur në këtë rast e marrim shembull nëse shkojmë me veturë prej 1 deri në 60.
Because when you're going in a car, it progressively, gradually gains momentum and speed.
Në këtë rast, kur vozitim është ne ngadalë dhe gradualisht e arrim atë shpejtësi.
And even if you were in a really, really fast car,
edhe nëse jeni në një veturë kogja të shpejt,
it doesn't go 0 to 60 like that.
Nuk shkon prej 0 në 60 like that, shumë shpejt.
It gradually increases in speed, even though it may be quick and even though it may have momentum.
Shkon ngadalë, edhe pse mund të jetë shpejt, dhe ndryshe prej herave të tjera, edhe pse mund të ketë momentum mbrapa.
And so you may be watching this and going, what the heck does cars have anything to do with my feelings?
Ndoshta po shikoni këtë dhe po thoni, çfarë ka të bëj vetura me ndjenjat e mia?
Well, in this example, everything, because we're talking about the momentum of our feelings and emotions.
Mirë, në këtë moment gjithçka, sepse po flasim për ndjenjat tona dhe emocionet.
It's about the understanding that we live in a law of attraction-based universe, not a law of action-based universe.
Është kuptimi që ne jetojmë në një univers që është ligji i tërheqjes. Jo, nuk është ligji i veprimit, është ligji i tërheqjes.
And that the understanding is that momentum is not created through random action, it's created through inspired action. Dhe
ta kuptojmë që momentumi nuk krijohet nga veprimi. Momentumi krijohet nga energjia, nga veprimi inspiruar. Së pari ndjehemi mirë, pastaj vjen veprimi.
But even in that inspired action, it's one after the next after the next. It's not doing 30 things at once. It's not the more I can do, the better I feel. It's how do I feel about this and taking the inspired action because of it.
Edhe në këtë moment, nuk është që i marim të gjitha veprimet për më njëherë, por njëherë një veprim në një kohë, njëherë një veprim në një kohë, dhe pastaj me kohë ndjemi të inspiruar se çfarë veprimi të marrim.
Yeah. Anything you would like to add to that, Xheneta?
Yes, thank you.
Sure.
I love this because sometimes people can say, and I even said this for myself, and you know that things from experience are different. And I said, yes, well, I'll be inspired, but what then? What after that? And it makes you be very free because you will be inspired. Sorry, you'll be inspired then after that.
Yep.
And I just love because different from the other times. In this case, I mean, from my perspective, inspired action is also very connected with what we do in everyday life. And today, more than ever, I had this awareness. And, I was kind of person that I just wanted to know what my life will be in the future. And I just wanted to have in control this kind of things. And then today, I've just came to that awareness more than ever. I don't have to know that exactly because I want to be surprised. And life is a gift. And I will just, it's not I will wait. I will enjoy that. And I'll just be inspired for things. I don't like to plan things. I don't want to say, well, then after this, or, well, in this case, I'm just finishing a university and, the bachelor degree. And earlier I was in that space of, well, after that I have this kind of plans. And no, yes, I mean, there are things in beautiful asking, but I'm just letting more to be inspired and then to flow with that. And I know that you feel this energy because I feel it that way. And it's much more, it's it's much more flow. You are who you really are, and then you flow with that. And I just said this example from my real life because I just think that it's very connected with this topic that we are talking about. So I'm just this too, because sometimes people can say, well, you should have planned for your life, and, well, you're just going like that. Well, I have some things, and I have some beautiful asking, but I'm flowing forward. And I know that every one of people that are here, and even the others, had some kind of moments when they just had to experience something that they never thought they will.
Right.
And they didn't plan for that. They just went there, and, so I will be more with the flow. So I will be more who I really am, with that kind of desires that I have, but I'll be in flow. So yes, thank you.
Sure. Thank you. And I think as we flow forward too, it's the understanding that just doing what feels good to us and the freedom that provides.
është të kuptojmë se çfarë na bën të ndihemi mirë neve. Është shumë individuale.
Yeah. And you said something there. Well, there was actually a quote that Jen pulled up on the. Jen, can you bring that up again, please?
Është një thënie që Gjeni e vendosi këtu.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Jen. It says
Faleminderit, Jen.
It says our focus is like fertilizer. It makes things grow, regardless of it. Regardless of. Okay, I think she meant to say if. Regardless if it is wanted or the lack of it.
Fokusi jon është sikur është sikur është kjo fjalë është këtë rast kur e bëjmë një fokus pastërt. I bën gjërat të rriten. Do të thonë ku fokusohemi atë e marrim, pavarësisht nëse duam ose jo.
Yeah. And I love that Jen said that because it is the understanding that, and even Abraham refers to this, if you're focused on what feels good, you've got great focus. And if you're focused on things that are of dissatisfaction, you have sloppy focus.
Edhe Abrahami thot që nëse fokusoheni në gjërat të cilat ju bin kënaqësi, atëherë jeni duke u fokusuar në ato gjëra që janë për juve. Nëse jeni duke u fokusuar në diçka tjetër, është më shumë fokus I ngadalt dhe nuk është kush ju jeni dhe mund të merrni gjëra që nuk I doni.
So imagine this, guys. It's this understanding that if anything outside of you were to, in essence, knock off your vibration,
kuptojeni në këtë mënyrë, nëse fokusoheni në diçka dhe e përjetoni atë që ju nuk e doni, vjen diçka prej diçka që as nuk e mendoni.
That's sloppy focus because it basically means that because someone else is vibrating something different than you, you go to their vibration instead of holding a strong, steady focus on your vibration.
Kjo do më thonë që nuk jeni fokusi nuk është aq I pastër, për arsye se dikush tjetër po përjeton diçka tjetër dhe ju po futeni në po ju merr energjia e personit tjetër. Do më thonë po ju tërheq energjia e personit tjetër dhe nuk jeni aq shumë në fuqinë tuaj.
And the question that arises is, okay, but how do I control these things around me that I don't have control of?
Dhe pyetja në këtë rast vjen, por si ti kontrolloj në gjërat? Nuk mund ta kontrolloj këtë veprim të folurin.
Here's the simple and controversial answer.
Këtu është përgjigjja paksa e ndryshme.
You don't. You control your vibration.
Nuk ke nevojë të kontrollosh veprimet e njerëzve të tjerë, vetëm vibracionin tuaj.
It's the understanding that when we're feeling and flowing with our own alignment, we're more powerful and influential to those around us, to the millions who aren't feeling theirs.
Është e rëndësishme ta kuptojmë se kur jemi në lidhjen tonë, kur jemi ajo që jemi në të vërtetë, kemi shumë fuqi dhe ndikim se sa kur nuk jemi. Dhe jemi shumë më të fuqishëm se sa 1 milion të tjerë që nuk janë ata që janë në të vërtetë.
And so even if there's people around you that are saying, no, you must control this, we must change this, we must do better with this.
Edhe nëse ka njerëz që po tentojnë të ju shtyjnë, bëjeni këtë, ju duhet ta bëni këtë, ju duhet ta ndryshoni këtë.
Source is never in agreement with that, ever.
Burimi, Zoti asnjëherë nuk është në pajtueshmëri me atë, asnjëherë.
God, your inner being, Allah, the universe is saying, come this way, come this way. We notice that you notice the contrast, but gently come this way. We have everything that you've asked.
Zoti, Allahu, qenja juaj e brendshme, çfarëdo që e quani, po ju thret të shkoni përpara, sepse ai po ju thotë që unë e vrejta që ju keni kaluar diçka ndryshe. Atëherë unë kam atë që ju po e kërkoni. E jani ngadalë, e jani përpara, sepse unë kam atë që ju e doni.
Source is only looking forward.
Burimi Zoti, asnjëherë nuk shikon mbrapa, vetëm përpara.
It never looks back, it never draws back, it never goes back.
Asnjëherë nuk shikon mbrapa, asnjëherë nuk zbaritet mbrapa, asnjëherë nuk I rishikon gjërat mbrapa.
It's the same analogy, you guys, if you were to be driving and look in your rearview mirror while you're trying to drive and look forward, you will get into an accident.
Kjo është e njëjtë sikur kur jeni duke vozit dhe po shikoni në atë pasqyrën që mund ta shikoni rrugën mbrapa, atëherë nëse jeni shumë të fokusuar në atë pasqyrë dhe ju nuk jeni të fokusuar në rrugën përpara, atëherë ka rrezik që mund të bëni edhe aksident.
And on the opposite side, we wouldn't put a telescope on the front of our windshield so we could see hundreds of miles ahead of what we're driving towards.
Në këtë rast, gjithashtu, edhe pse shikojmë përpara, atëherë nuk jemi të interesuar të vendosim një teleskop që ti vërim gjërat më afër. Të dim, ti shohim të gjitha gjërat nga ai drejtim ku jemi nisur.
Because just like Xheneta was saying, oftentimes people think they need to plan their life.
Sigur unë që thash më herët, njerëzit ndonjëherë mendojnë që duhet t'i planifikojnë gjërat.
And so just like with the driving, consider that you're here to live your life, not plan your life.
Konsiderojeni këtë, ju jeni këtu ta jetoni jetën tuaj, jo ta planifikoni atë.
And so with this driving, what are we doing? We're allowing ourselves to enjoy what's right in front of us.
Me këtë vozitje, ne po ja lejojmë vetes ta përjetojmë këtë ndjenjë dhe të shkojmë përpara.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to add, Xheneta?
Yes, I love that. And I love the example that you used in this. It's very practical and everyone can just see from their perspective, can feel for themselves. And I love that you say that we are here to live, not to plan. I mean, it's very different from the other perspectives. And well, it's I love that everyone can feel for themselves. I love that you are not just saying here this kind of words and then saying that, well, I'm saying this way and then you should be doing this way. I mean, everyone feel for their self. It's very individual.
Yeah.
And knowing that whenever people are in this case, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because everything that they have gone through is perfect. And I love that you said flowing forward, seeing forward. And to just live the life and be who we really are. And then just flow forward, being inspired.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that's very powerful too, Xheneta, is the understanding that when we feel in flow with our alignment, it's usually in a very general space. It's very generalized. It's very broad.
Kur shkojmë përpara me atë që ndihemi mirë, zakonisht është shumë generale.
But by allowing ourselves to be broad and general, we also bring in beautiful specificities, but they flow with that gentle momentum. We don't have to think about it.
Duke lënë veten që të bëhemi më general, më të përgjithshëm, atëherë ne mund t'i ftojmë në eksperiencën tonë edhe disa specifika të tjera.
So I know I'm on that car kind of mode right now.
Tani pak a shumë jam në atë gjendje.
But it made me think of when I wanted a new vehicle several years ago, and I started with a very broad general thing, which was I would like a new blue car.
Mirë, tani jam kogja shumë në këto rrjedha të veturës dhe më kujtohet kur më herët dëshiroja një veturë dhe kërkesa ime ishte që të kisha një veturë të kaltërt.
However, I also had the awareness that if it wasn't blue, as long as it was a new car, I was okay with that too.
Gjithashtu isha me këtë vetëdijsimin që edhe nëse nuk është ngjyra ime që po e kërkoj, atëherë mund të jetë edhe një ngjyrë tjetër, por me rëndësi të jetë vetura që unë e dua. Atëherë si të qoftë do të isha në rregull.
So my preference was pretty general, but something magical happened as I started to focus and gain momentum with that preference.
Isha shumë general, por gjërat filluan të ndodhin kur bëra më i fokusuar. Domethënë, pasi që u bëra general dhe vazhdova përpara, specifikat filluan të paraqiten.
What started to happen was some of these beautiful specificities started to fill in, like heated front and back seats, a car that goes 0 to 60 in so many seconds, and not being a blue car, but a silver car.
Mirë, kisha një eksperiencë pak më ndryshe. Specifikat filluan të paraqiteshin dhe në këtë rast ishte kur unë e vrejta që një vetur po shkon para me dhe ishte me ato gjëra që unë dëshiroja dhe nuk ishte ngjyrë e kaltër, ishte ngjyrë are.
But interestingly enough, the same feelings that I felt with my preference and desire for a new blue car
Por interesant, mjaftueshëm, që disa specifika që unë i dëshiroja në veturën time të re,
I got those same exact feelings from the current silver car that I have with all those bells and whistles that I just spoke of and more.
i kisha të njëjtat, eksakt, të njëjtat ndjenja, sikur e dëshiroja veturën e kaltërt. Domethënë, ishin të njëjtat ndjenja siç i kisha kur e doja veturën e kaltërt, ishin të njëjta ndjenja për një veturë që ishte me një ngjyrë tjetër.
But I didn't have to think of those specificities, you guys. They were wonderfully presented to me by allowing myself to feel and flow forward gently with my own positive momentum.
Nuk i kërkova këto, nuk i bëra të ndodhin këto specifika. Vetëm duke unë ndjerë mirë, duke shkuar përpara këto paraqiten. Erdhën tek unë, vetëm duke unë ndjerë mirë, duke rrjedhur përpara.
Yeah. Anything you want to add, Xheneta?
Well, I love this. You know, it's this understanding. Well, rather understanding, more flowing, more
Yeah.
allowing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just love that. You don't have to figure out all of that immediately. I mean, with time, things will show.
Right.
And I mean, then you will flow. And knowing that everything you are asked always it is given. And yes, and
Yes.
then we are free because Source always calls us forward.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes, and just like we are very free to feel everything that we are feeling, right? Yes, and you sometimes say that we are free to be miserable too.
Yeah.
Well, we are.
We are.
Yes, well, they are different, and
Yep.
yeah, I smile a little bit about this, but I know that you are serious here. Well, you're not serious, but this makes a point here.
Yeah.
Because we are free.
Yeah.
And they are different things.
That's right.
And yeah, I just love that we are free to feel whatever we are feeling, but also we are free to flow forward, not to stay in that condition, in that state, because it's perfect if we asked and then we flow forward. And I love that we don't have to flow forward in specifics. I mean, we are free to be general, and then things will show up. And yeah, I'm just love that, you know, is to freely flow, and then things will come to you, rather than you to go to them, make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and here's a quote. I'd love you to translate this to Xheneta. She says, "Oh yes, Xheneta, God's source, our inner being, always calls us forward."
Oh, po Xheneta, Zoti, burimi, qenia jone e brendshme gjithmonë na thret përpara. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And what a freeing feeling to know that Source is always there for us, gently calling us forward into more of that beautiful momentum.
Ashtë nuk është e mrekullueshme që burimi gjithherë na thret përpara, në atë momentum të bukur.
Oh, and Jen also says this too. She says, God, Source, the universe, responds to your vibrations, not your words.
Yes. Po, Zoti, universi, burimi, gjithmonë përgjigjet në vibracionin tënd, jo në fjalët e tua.
Yeah, and I'd like to expand on that too, because when I asked for that car, guys, there was no visual or idea of a silver car in my mind at all.
Kur e dëshirova atë vetur, nuk e kam pas në mendje një vetur të tillë që më është paraqitur pasaj me një ngjyrë tjetër. Vetëm vetura me ngjyrë të kaltërt.
But what was the feelings behind these words.
Por ajo çka ishte më e rëndësishme ishte ndjenja prapa këtyre fjalëve. Ndjenja.
And so, just like Jen says, it was me focused on this vibration of the different things that I would feel and the desires of wanting in my new car, not the words.
Më shumë isha në energji, më shumë isha si ndjehem për atë vetur të re, jo në vetur, jo në në materializim këtë rast.
You guys will also notice that my vibrations and my beliefs, or rather, my beliefs and my desires were a match.
Besimi im dhe dëshira ime ishin të njëjta, në një vibracion të njëjtë.
What I mean by that is notice that I didn't say, oh yes, and that silver car is mine, and I just know it's mine, and there's nothing that can stop me from bringing this into my experience.
Nuk thash që ajo vetur është silver, ajo vetur me ngjyrë ari është e imja. Dhe do ta bëj timën dhe nuk ka asgjë që mund të më ndaloj ta bëj.
Because by me doing that, I'm putting massive resistance against myself and not flowing with the momentum that I was actually feeling.
Sepse po të bëja në këtë mënyrë, atëherë do të isha duke shtyr dhe çka shtym kthehet, domethënë. Por vetëm isha duke rridhur me atë që e ndjeja, vetëm isha duke shkuar përpara lehtë.
And it was the understanding too, guys, that through this whole experience, through the manifestation of the car, through the getting the finance figured out for the car, and through driving the car off the lot, I felt good through all of it.
Dhe duke imagjinuar që duke vozitur, duke përjetuar momente të bukura, unë ndjeva aq mirë në të gjitha prej këtyre eksperiencave.
So often it's taught in personal development that get this and then you'll feel good.
Shumë herë në zhvillimin personal flitet mirë, merre këtë dhe pastaj ndjehu mirë.
And whether this is a pile of money, a new car, a new job, a new relationship, it's actually backwards.
Pavarësisht çfarë mund të jetë. Mund të jetë një lidhje, një vetur e re, një diçka që ju e dëshironi. Por në këtë rast është më shumë nuk ka të bëjë me ndjenjen, ka të bëjë me materializimin.
By you feeling good first, you're a vibrational match or close enough to everything that you've put into your vibrational vortex.
Duke u ndjerë mirë dhe ose duke qenë afër asaj që ju e dëshironi, atëherë do t'i merrni gjërat e tjera që janë të njëjtit vibracion ose që ju afrohen atij vibracionit.
And I think you'll really love this. The only things that can be in your vortex are of satisfied nature.
Dhe të gjitha gjërat që janë në vortex janë gjërat të natyrës që ju I dëshironi.
And just so you guys know, no one can put anything in your vortex that doesn't feel good.
Dhe dijeni se askush nuk mund të vendosë diçka në vortexin tuaj. Vortexi është më shumë ai vend që janë të gjitha gjërat që ju I dëshironi. Nuk mund të vendosë diçka në vortex që ju nuk e dëshironi ose nuk ju bën të ndjeni mirë. Askush.
So as you consider that point of view, the only things that are in your vibrational vortex are the things that you want. All of them.
Nëse shikoni prej kësaj perspektive, është ta kuptoni që në vortex janë vetëm gjërat natyrës së kënaqshme, ato që ju I dëshironi. Vetëm ato, nuk ka të tjera.
It's not just the stuff, it's the relationships, it's the feelings, it's the life experiences. Anytime you notice any sort of contrast in your life, what you want has already been created vibrationally inside your guy's vortex.
Çdo herë që përjetoni diçka që ju nuk e dëshironi, realisht e kundërta e asaj është krijuar dhe është në vortex për juve, përderisa ju esni përpara. Çdo herë që thoni unë nuk e dëshiroj këtë, e kundërta është krijuar. Sepse ju keni pyetur për të, ose nëse keni bërë me vetëdije, unë e dëshiroj këtë dhe pastaj keni ecur përpara, e dijeni se në vortex janë gjërat vetëm ato që ju I dëshironi, ato që janë për juve.
And as you guys feel good and allow yourselves to flow forward, you are in the receiving space for everything that's in your vibrational vortex.
Dhe, përderisa ndjeni mirë, dijeni se ju jeni duke I pranuar ato gjëra, që i keni vendosur në vortex. Jeni në pranim, nuk jeni në duke i kërkuar, nuk jeni duke paka shumë në ato eksperiencat që nuk e dini se çfarë dëshironi. Ju jeni duke e pranuar gjithçka që ju i keni vendosur në vortex. Dhe donjëherë edhe mund mos ta dini çfarë keni vendosur, por do t'i pranoni kur jeni në gjendjen kur ndiheni mirë.
And as you continue to feel good, our beautiful vortex continues to gain momentum and speed gently.
Dhe kur filloni të ndiheni mirë, kjo gjendja juaj që jeni në gjendjen e pranimit, dhe më thënë fillon të krijojë momentum. Dhe gjërat fillojnë të paraqiten shpejt, lehtë dhe ngadalë.
So as you live life and feel good, as well as experience contrast, your vibrational vortex is still increasing in momentum.
Kur po ndiheni mirë, atëherë, kur edhe nëse përjetoni gjëra pak sa të ndryshme, atëherë dijeni se ju nuk pranoni asgjë tjetër përveç asaj që është e mirë për juve. Asaj që ju keni vendosur në vortex. Nuk mund të pranoni diçka të vinë eksperiencën tuaj nëse jeni në vibracione të tjera. Do të vinë vetëm ato gjëra që i përputhen me ato vibracione që ju jeni duke i ndjerë dhe ju jeni duke i përjetuar.
Yeah, and all you have to do is feel good to keep receiving from it.
Dhe krejt çka duhet të bëni është vetëm të ndiheni mirë dhe që ti pranoni ato gjëra, të ju paraqiten në realitetin tuaj.
Yeah. Go ahead, Xheneta.
Yes. Well, I love that this kind of feel good is connected with everything else.
Mhm.
And I love that when Abraham says that, well, if it feels easy, you are attracting that. And if it feels difficult, you are not. And I love that because you understand this more with your feelings,
Mhm.
with your emotions. And I love that because everything feels good and simple. And if you are feeling less than who you really are, it's because it's not your natural state, and then you are not flowing, you are not allowing, and then things makes to be more difficult maybe for you because you are not in your natural state rather than when you are flowing. And I love that because the purpose of all this that we are experiencing is joy. And I just remember this, it was a experience from my life, actually. Well, earlier when I was in high school, and I was exactly in high school. I was maybe in 8th class or whatever, exactly, I don't know. Well, I was very interested to know about what is the purpose of life. Very curious to know that.
Yep.
And then I was just doing some stuff because I was actually writing for an organization. It was, I mean, we share different things in those areas. I mean, we had that possibility to write what we think about life and the other things, the other areas of our life. Well, I was very interested to know this kind of things, and sometimes I will just starting to write well, this kind of things about life. Life is this, and but it I mean, I didn't get that answer, the one that I was looking for. Well, knowing that the answer it was already created for me. And then as I float forward, and one day I just saw a movie, and I felt so inspired to go there, and it was very strong. And then I just saw that, and the whole idea of that movie, it was that the purpose of life that we live is it's the life itself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just to live that.
Mm-hmm.
to live, to really live that, to really feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also, it was in that movie, it was a girl that she was very interested to know that, like me. And then she asked a lot of her teachers and everyone from in her family, and she didn't get the answers, and she really get very very obsessed with that kind of thing. And then one day a teacher comes to her class and says this kind of words. Well, you know, the purpose of life is to live that. You don't have to figure out something else outside of that. Just, I mean, just live that. Just experience that. And life is a gift. And just experience moments and flow forward who you really are, who God created you to be, because you are not here just like that. You are here for a purpose.
Yeah.
And I for myself too, I think that this makes a big distinction when we live and when we flow forward.
Yeah.
And just knowing that we are all important and we all are special,
Yeah.
because God source never creates something that is less than
Yeah.
special. And then I mean, just to flow forward with this, and just I thought that it makes a lot of sense with everything that we are talking here. So I just love that. Yes, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome, Xheneta, and thank you, because I kind of feel that this is a perfect place to wrap up for the time being, gently.
Mendoj që kjo është koha e perfekte për ta përfunduar këtë Facebook Live në mënyrë shumë të lehtë.
So go out there, guys, and just allow yourselves to be gentle. Jen had a really great comment, which is, and be honest with what you're feeling when you feel it, even if you're feeling a little bit of dissatisfaction.
Bëhuni të sinqert me atë që po ndjeni, edhe nëse jeni duke u ndjer jo aq
To
mirë.
acknowledge that dissatisfaction, so that way you can allow yourself to once again gently flow forward.
Dhe nderoja ato ndjenja dhe pastaj që ju mund të shkoni përpara, përderisa nuk jeni në rregull me atë që jeni, nuk mund të ecni përpara.
Perfect. Yeah, here's the quote to Xheneta. It says, "It's important to feel all of your feelings. When you feel bad, even just a little, shift your focus to a better feeling."
Është shumë e rëndësishme të ndjeni të gjitha ndjenjat e juaja. Kur nuk ndjeni mirë vetëm për pak, atëherë zhvendoseni fokusin tuaj në një ndjenjë më të mirë.
Yeah, I agree. So just trust all your feelings. Know that it's your internal guidance system, which means that it's coming from within.
Vetëm besojuni ndjenjave tuaja dhe dijeni që ato asnjëherë nuk ju çojnë dikon që nuk është mirë për juve, dhe kur themi ndjenjave tuaja janë brenda juve. Jeni ju ajo që ju ndjeni më së miri ndjenjat e juaja.
And that nobody knows how you feel better than you.
Dhe askush nuk e din se çfarë ju bën të ndjeni më mirë se sa ju vetë.
And trust that and allow yourself to gently move forward with the momentum of whatever feels good to you guys.
Dhe besojeni asaj ndjenjas që ju e ndjeni, sepse nuk jeni duke e ndjerë vetëm ashtu. Dhe ecni përpara me atë ndjenjë. Domethënë rritni përpara.
And to know that you're all doing it perfectly, right here, right now.
Dhe dijeni se gjithçka, edhe jeni shumë të sigurt, jeni shumë të mbrojtur, askush nuk mund t'ju dëmtoj. Gjithçka që jeni duke e bërë perfekte.
And that everything that has preceded you will serve you if you allow it.
Dhe gjithçka që keni proceduar dhe keni kaluar do t'ju shërbej juve, nëse ju e lejoni atë.
So I love you guys dearly. Thank you so much. Until we speak
again. Ju dua shumë.
Yeah.
Ju dua shumë të gjithëve. Faleminderit shumë derisa të flasim përsëri.
And until we speak again, this is Super Dave, Director of Training, saying may you continue to make your beautiful best life with the best life. Thank you guys so much.
Ky është Super Dave, drejtori i trajnimeve, që po ju thot vazhdojeni të bëni jetën tuaj të bukur me best life. Ju dua shumë të gjithëve.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank
love
you. Love you all. Ju dua shumë të gjithëve.
Thanks, you guys. Love you lots. Have fun.
Love you. Ju dua shumë të gjithëve. Kaloshit mirë.